head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one's kind of interesting.
In 2018, a NFL team drafted a kicker, 5th round, I believe. Throughout the season, he started pretty good, but as the season progressed, he got worse and worse. Well, they eventually released him and got a different kicker. Well, the original kicker that was drafted eventually ended up at Oakland, and he's still there. He straightened out his problems, and he's pretty good now. The team that drafted him was the Vikings, and his coach was Priefer. Well, the way I look at it right now, Priefer's destroying another kicker, and all the problems with special teams all revolves around Priefer. But I think the one big problem is him and Stefanski are friends, and Stefanski don't have the heart to fire him. Well, Stefanski, eventually it's going to be you and him, both gone, if you don't make a decision and let him go now. Love the show. Talk to you later. Bye.
Appreciate all of the voicemails. Brad, special teams coach and kickers, it's not like he goes and coaches them. I mean, the kickers are kind of left on their own because they have their own they know their routine and it's like a golf swing. They know their kicking swing better than anybody. Priefer's not over there telling them, well, you got a little, and special teams coaches don't do that. They do coverage, they do those kind of things. So if you want to blame Mike Priefer for coverage, I'll listen to it, and there's some validity. Special teams have not been good for the Browns. But destroying a kicker, that's veering a little bit off the road.
I agree. You will not find me, Dave, saying very much positive about Mike Priefer. I am not a fan. This special teams has been bad for years, in my opinion. They do silly things. I don't think they're... you hear people around the situation, around the building say that, boy, he's very attentive to detail. He's a good coach. He does this and that. But when it comes to Sundays, the special teams has been, they just don't perform. They do silly things. They bring the ball out of the end zone. They commit dumb penalties. They're not fundamentally sound. They get kicks blocked. They cost them field position every week. This week they gave up a short field that resulted in a touchdown for the Ravens, on a kick return. He has struggled. I don't think he's very good. I think he's somebody that needs to probably lose their job this offseason, and somebody needs to replace him. However, to your point, I don't think he has anything to do with whether Cade York makes or misses a field goal unless it's blocked or something like that, right? Like, then you can say maybe schematically it wasn't correct, or somebody else made a mistake there that resulted in the block, or somebody just made a great play on the other team. But whether he can't destroy a kicker. He has nothing to do with whether the kicks go in or not. That's Cade York. That's him. He practices all day, every day that they practice. That's his kicking style. He knows the fundamentals of his kick probably better than anybody else. So, no, I don't think a special teams person can destroy a kicker, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wish there was an excuse there for some of these misses, but I don't think so.
You can't make one and you can't destroy them because they're not standing over him telling him, well, you need to plant that, None of that is going on with a kicker. That is left to the kicker.